Hello, traders. It's E from MarketWizards.com. Just about noon on Tuesday, the 27th of February, 2024. Reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. All right, just wanted to explain a couple of things that I shared with a few people that I trade with. This was my orbo for the opening range this morning for the 30-second. Pax loves this, and the old timers like Pax certainly have a system that works for them, and I don't question that at all. I use this as part of my trading, but it's not the be all end all. Just one part of a number of things I look at, and that's meant with no disrespect to anybody that has the skills and acumen that a guy like Pax has. Knows more in his little finger than I have in my whole body about trading, and I do respect him greatly. One of the things that I've noticed, however, is that I want to have several time frames that I'm looking at for Orbo. So this is my 30-second. This was a hard, fast push, got the gap, closed down here at that 49 area. And I figured, okay, they're going to take profits, and we get a little bounce, and this is the dicey area. I'm thinking about reshorting, and all of a sudden I'm realizing, wait a minute, these guys, this is a Mike Tyson Open. They're going to come back and they're going to bounce this sucker and catch all the late shorts who now think that this is just a one-way south day, which I didn't think it would be. I thought would get an inside day. So I corrected my thinking immediately, and it really helped me from getting myself into trouble on that bounce. We go to the next time frame that I'm looking at, and I'm looking at a 3-minute chart here. First was 30-second. This one I'm using a 3. And we can see how this starts to dry up. We get the bounce, and then we get the pullback, but we start to hold that 77 area, that area that is the settle. And then we get the bounce. So typically you want to be careful with these Mike Tyson Opens. Sometimes they'll just keep on going forever, and you got to take a stop if you're trying to buy against it. But I guess today that probably wasn't in the cards. And the next chart shows why. And this you can use like a 12 or a 15-minute chart. And I want this chart to confirm those other two charts. And if it doesn't, it makes me very wary about continuing to short on a bounce, because this is also one of the frames that I am now using for Orbo. So I want to have all three of those in alignment for the best odds. And truthfully, I want to make sure I am paid by the end of this Orbo if I'm playing a short, or if it goes the other way and I'm playing along. I want to make sure that something is gained in those first 12 to 15 minutes. And this will it saved me many times from overthinking. It's an automatic response. Get out, get paid. Let's think about what we want to do next. If you're in that trade. And if you're not, then you're watching, observing, and you're trying to understand how these all work together. And this was a 2-day chart that I had posted. And you can see, for me, the levels, there's such intuition just from looking at a chart like this. And I'm looking at this chart and I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, we've got this trade from this resistance. We're down here, we're close to 100-point type trade. Get out, get paid, make sure that you're not overstaying this level, because typically that's going to hold the first time, even if it bounces and comes back. So what? You want to make sure you're paid and thinking clearly on the sideline. So today, this was a very helpful chart to understand this dynamic, that this first level right here probably support, and this level up here probably resistance if we do have an inside day for a while. And here's a chart that I had also posted, and this one obviously is a one-day chart, a Globex chart, and showing our middle, showing the 4 o'clock close, 5 o'clock close, the settle. These are all things that I want to be aware of. And at my age, I find it's helpful to put these visual cues right on the chart itself. I've got them on a spreadsheet. I know where they are, but I can't stress enough that I want to keep these things in my mind. And this is an easy way to do that. So that's why I do this. And that's why you'll see these right on my charts. And Jetty had reminded me, by the way, are you sure that's 18,977? Yeah. Well, like I said, don't get old, but it beats the alternative. And this is a 1 minute Sigma. I've got a Sigma chart set up. I cannot credit enough someone like Fari Hamzeianalytics, who has been a very good friend of mine and who I really respect. And I know he does a lot of work with Sigmas, and truthfully, it's helped my game tremendously. So I scroll this. I just have like a 1 minute Sigma, but I can scroll that, and I can go to 30 seconds. I can go to 3 minutes. I can go to 15 minutes, and I do first thing in the morning. I scroll and say, okay, where can we go today? So those are the things, and as an intraday trader, a day trader, I like the faster time frames. I'll scroll back to a 15 or a 30 to understand where I believe the areas of importance are for the day based on the larger time frames. But I want to be looking at a fast chart like this, and I'm going to notice my system pivots. There's a pivot right here, so that's important till broken. This is an important pivot area. Even if it gets tested, if we bounce and get above it, then we're heading to the next one. Or at least that's the theory, and that's what the market is trying to do. And certainly one of the things that we all try to do is keep this as simple as possible. And that's hard because there's so much complexity in this business, but the more we can keep it simple, the better. So this chart, very important to me as well. And step by step, these are the pivots that I am looking at today. And until this is broken or this one is broken, these are the resistance pivots right now. And these are the internal ones that we're moving back and forth, and market trying to decide where it's going. Market at 05 right now. So we're right up here right now, testing that from during lunch from this bounce. All right, best I can do is try to share a few ideas, help you. I'm not trading right now, as I posted with internet down. It's amazing how much power is in this hotspot, but I don't trust it for my trading. And there's enough opportunity to trade, so I'm not going to make it about any one day. When service is back up and I'm testing stuff, then I'll get back in the game. And if not, happy to try to help a few traders trying to learn this business the best they can. And here's the real time right now. So we held here. We're now testing the 0775 pivot. And this was what I had posted early this morning. First thing in the room, this is going to be our pivot. Above it, moving to the long side. Below it, trying to test support. Just a very simple system, a mathematical system that works. And it's one tool of a number of tools that I use. All right, hope this helps. Have a great day. Signing off. Time for me to take a walk or grab some lunch.